Emma had always wanted to be a nanny. The idea of taking care of children and becoming a part of their lives filled her with an unexplainable joy. So when she landed a job as a live-in nanny for an affluent family, she couldn't contain her excitement. The huge mansion, complete with a sprawling garden, seemed like a dream come true. On her first day, Emma was introduced to the children, Lily and Max. The siblings were excited to have a new nanny, and they instantly took a liking to her. The parents, Mr. and Mrs. Walker, were kind and welcoming, assuring Emma that she would be treated like a member of the family. However, as the days turned into weeks and the Walker family embarked on their long-awaited vacation, Emma noticed strange occurrences in the house. Doors would open and close on their own, making her question if she had left them unlocked or closed them properly. Footsteps echoed through the hallways in the middle of the night, causing her heart to race with fear. One night, as she lay in bed trying to sleep, Emma heard the sound of a child crying. She jumped out of bed and dashed downstairs, following the sound. But as she searched the house, the crying seemed to move from one room to another, always just out of her reach. Frustrated and confused, she began to wonder if it was just her imagination playing tricks. The following day, she decided to confide in Mrs. Walker about the strange occurrences. Mrs. Walker listened intently, her face growing pale as Emma listed each incident. Worry etched deep lines across her forehead, and she hesitated before speaking. "Emma, I didn't want to burden you with this, but strange things have been happening in this house for years. We've had countless nannies leave without explanation. Doors opening and closing, footsteps in the night, and the sound of a child crying. It's relentless, and I fear it's something more sinister than we can understand." Emma's heart sank as she listened to Mrs. Walker's revelation. She had never experienced anything like this before, and the thought of living in a house with a presence she couldn't explain filled her with unease. That night, as Emma lay in bed, she couldn't shake off the feeling of being watched. She glanced around the room, her eyes resting on the antique dollhouse in the corner. Suddenly, she heard a faint whisper, barely audible. "Help me, Emma." Startled, she slowly approached the dollhouse, her trembling hand reaching out to open the tiny door. Inside, she found a forgotten picture of a young girl with the name Emily written on the back. As she stared at the photograph, the whispers grew louder, and she realized that Emily was the child crying in the house. Determined to find answers, Emma researched the history of the mansion. She discovered that many years ago, a little girl named Emily had died in the house under mysterious circumstances. It seemed her spirit was trapped, never finding peace. Armed with this newfound knowledge, Emma decided to help Emily move on. She conducted a spiritual cleansing, releasing Emily's spirit from the house. From that day forward, the strange occurrences ceased, and the house finally felt peaceful. As she sat in the garden one sunny afternoon, Emma couldn't help but smile. The mansion was now a place of joy and laughter, where Lily and Max played freely without any ghostly presence. Emma had not only become the nanny she had always dreamed of being but also a guardian of souls, helping a lost spirit find eternal peace.